back up a little bit. So yeah, I was working as a security guard at a high school. 20 years old, and I didn't even know I wanted to be a cop yet. But I met this really, really cool SRO, a school resource officer. And I was like, man, I think this seems kind of cool. Guy in a uniform, and just I took a liking to him. Really, really down to earth cop.
I didn't know this, Joe. Okay.
Yeah. Never told you the story?
No.
Yeah, cool dude, man. Cool dude. So kind of how on, my upbringing and kind of my life is, it was either going to be the right way or the wrong way. There was no middle road for me. So my life, man, I'm, grateful for my family and for God for making sure I went down the correct road to succeed. But it was either the right way or the wrong way, man. And luckily I met this cop, 20 years old, working at a high school, and he took a liking to me, and he was like, man, have you ever thought about this? And I'm like, no, not really. I don't even like cops, man. I'm just over here just trying to make this money. And he's like, hey, how about you go on a ride along with me? And I was like, a ride along? I'm like, what is that? He goes, when I go, on duty, because he was an SRO. He was working part-time at the schools, but he was a street cop. And cool. I was like, cool. Like, what do I do? He goes, I'll send you a form. You sign the form. You show up to the police station, and you get to ride with me throughout my shift. And I was like, all right, that seems kind of cool.
What?
Yeah. So he was working. It was like an evening shift. It was one of these where they go in at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon and work, into the midnight after hours or whatever. And he goes, we'll have fun. We'll get into something. I was like, all right, man, cool. So I remember showing up, and introduces me to, the rest of his cop buddies, man. It was real cool. I admired the camaraderie.
Okay.
Like these guys.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, like us growing up, man. Like we grew up tight, close together. And it seemed like that with them. Like they would meet up like, hey, all right, man, cool. What we gonna do today? And I remember getting in the police car, and I'm like, all right, man, I was so excited. And he's like, hey, we're gonna go do some strip club checks. And I was like, strip club checks? Like, what do you mean a strip club check?
He already knew how old you were, right? Like,
yeah, I'm 20. Okay. I mean, I'm legal.
Yeah.
I'm legal to get into a strip club. He goes, all right, so what we do here in the city that they work in, that there was a strip of strip clubs. So an officer's job is to make sure that these strip clubs are following the rules, such as each strip club has to make sure that they've got some type of identifications on file for all the females that are working there.
Okay.
They also do what they call TABC checks, Texas Alcoholic Beverage Code checks. Make sure that they've got the certificates, the manuals, and all that everything's in accordance with not only state law, but with city ordinances. So this city has city ordinances on these strip clubs. So I'm like, we're going to do what? Like, yeah, we're going to walk into the strip club, and we're going to check this stuff.
Dude, I know being young, dude, this is going to be hyped up, dude. You about to jump in.
But man, and same thing with these cops, man. Cops are human. They know that they can do this kind of, they're not going to do it every day, but they know that that they've got a job to do. And plus, to me, they're kind of showing off. Like, hey, this is what we get to do.
So you already read this. You can read it.
He's hooking me, man. He's hooking me like, hey, this is what we get to do. This is a cool job. If you're really interested in becoming a cop, you can do this too. What? So I'm like, all right. So I remember walking into the, and I'm, man, hopefully my girl's not listening, but I had been into a strip club once or twice before, so I knew what to expect.
Yeah.
I knew the clientele. I knew what was going to be in there. But it was just different now because I'm in there with 2 or 3 other cops.
Yeah.
And so
more grown-ups.
Yeah. Like we're here on a professional assignment, man. Like,
Right.
I don't need to go to the ATM and pull out some dollar bills. Like that's not what I'm there for.
Right.
So I remember walking in, and I remember you can just the fear of the people that are in there, right? Because now you got cops walking into a strip club.
Oh, dude, fucking up the vibe.
Fucking up the vibe. I like what you said. Exactly.
Straight up, dude.
So yeah, not only the customers, right?
Yeah.
But then the girls that are in there, the dancers, and like the music kind of comes to, the DJ just starts to lower the volume and pretty much gives the announcement.
Oh man. Y'all just here to
that
have some
5 over
fun.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what songs were up there, but it was one of these songs like, yeah, the police are in here.
Maybe too like crew stuff.
Yeah. If the police blind.
colors.
And so they go in there and they're doing their strip club check. Oh, I can't remember what they called it. But I remember they went to the manager and they asked to see their folder or the documentation showing all the females that worked there. Because they had to make sure that every female that's working was over
a certain age.
I can't remember if it was 18 or 21. And so that's what they're doing.
That's
and,
a thing, huh?
I'm supposed to be paying attention to what they're doing, but then, the 20-year-old in me still there. And I was like,
look at it, ass and titties.
Damn. Yeah. I might get caught slipping. Anyways, man, so that was kind of my introduction to how to law enforcement. And I was like, damn, they get to do some really cool stuff, man. Like, I thought police work was about like pulling people over and taking bad guys to jail, but these fools over here going to strip clubs checking books.
Checking books.
I was like, I like it. Sign me up. Like, how do I do this?
Just check books.
Put me in, coach. Let's do this. I think I can do this.